Greetings, my name is Mr.Bonesworths, and today I bring a fun and interesting build for Michael Myers, otherwise known as The Shape, that I came up with in Dead by Daylight. To start off, let's actually describe the perks, add-ons, the weaknesses, and how I try to correct them using the perks shown here. Let's start off by describing his add-ons and the star of the show, Vanity Mirror. Vanity Mirror allows you to see the auras of survivors while stalking in Tier 2. While also given a pleasant blood point bonus to deviousness and brutality. And the other add-on we're going to be using is Dead Rabbit, which decreases your terror radius by 25% while in Tier 2 and increasing it while in Tier 3. But take note, Vanity Mirror will not allow you to go past Tier 2. You still have to get into it though to get the benefits. Let's start off with the perks. First and foremost is Modern Abuse, which is used to decrease your terror radius even further while not in chase, while also giving a bonus to the field of view by 10 degrees as well. But in chase, you get an increase of 8 meters. You often see this with Dead Rabbit to decrease your terror radius to a measly 4 meters, which will allow you to sneak up on players quite nicely. Before I go on describing the perks, I will now describe the weaknesses and benefits of both Scratch Mirror and Vanity Mirror in full to inform on my decisions for these perks, and why they work so well together with Vanity Mirror. Scratch Mirror allows you to see the auras of survivors while in Tier 1 in a 32 meter range. You also get a bigger blood point bonus in brutality and deviousness, I believe. And you are undetectable. Now, what is the weaknesses of Scratch Mirror? You can't gain Bloodlust. You are slower than most other killers. And your lunge is tiny, and you often have to use a brown add-on known as Boyfriend's Memo, which increases your lunge by 50%. And even then, it's tiny. And with the new meta of made for this, Scratch Mirror is really hard to pull off if the team isn't scared at you. Meanwhile, Vanity has the pleasant bonus of allowing you to keep a normal movement speed of 4.6, a normal lunge, and you can still gain Bloodlust. Now, what are the weaknesses of Vanity? You have half the aura reading ability at 60 meters. You don't get as big as the blood point bonus, which is eh. But you can still be heard with a terror radius of 60 meters unless you use Dead Rabbit and Monitor. And you can still be seen from perks like Fogwise, Kindred, and Alert, and so much more. Meanwhile, we can put one of the benefits of Scratch back into Vanity using these 3 perks. The first one being Machine Learning, a perk that you can get at most 5 times per match, which allows you to gain the Undetectable and a haste effect of 10% for 30 seconds. Machine Learning is very good on Myers, particularly Vanity, because there's no indication that you are using it until they pop the gen. And there's no indication that it's on the gen they're currently working on. However, you do need to kick 2 gens for it to activate, and if you kick another gen afterwards, it'll move to the most recent. However, like I said, it can only activate 5 times at max per match, and it's only 30 seconds. That is not a lot of undetectable time adding up to be useful or to be spooky. Trails, on the other hand, can be affected to any gen first kick and apply the undetectable status effect for as long as the gen's regressing. Sadly, Trails revealed itself almost like Blast Mine by highlighting the gen in yellow, and only requires a survivor to tap it once for it to go away and have a 60-second cooldown. To somewhat counter this, and survivors or reading picks as well, I have Third Seal. Third Seal will hide Trails of Torment, and if they do have Fogwise and Machine Learning or Trails is not active, they still won't be able to see you. All you have to do is hit them once, and they'll be unable to see the auras of anything that's not a killer-related object until the totem's cleansed or they are dead. This is the point where I ramble on a bit and explain why I might have done a perk like Monitor still, when I have 3 other lovely perks that basically do everything it does better except for the field of view. Well, it's a factor of the fun, and that it's a backup. Monitor cannot be cleansed or tapped or just ignored like Machine Learning can. For example, if they find out, oh, you have Machine Learning, and you kick the gen, they just go to the next one if they're well coordinated. They can cleanse Third Seal. They can tap Trails of Torment. Monitor and Dead Rabbit will always be in play and always help you. Meanwhile, Machine Learning also gives a nice haste effect compared to just Tinkerer, which will only help me 5 times per match, or 6 maybe, if you're able to stop them from working on that other gen, which I have no pick to do so. And same with Trails. Trails can keep being applied, and if it's kept hidden from Third Seal, they won't know what's going on. They might just think, oh, you're Scratchbeard. On the subject of fun, I find this build better than Scratchbeard at the moment. One, it's not map dependent. You still have a more enjoyable time on indoor maps like Larry's, Midwich, the game, and so on. But you won't feel like you're absolutely nerfed if you go to some other map like Coldwind. You'll still be a M1 killer that has a high stealth element. Speaking of why I also think this is much better than currently Scratch, is the whole speed. Made for this is as popular as ever, and you particularly suffer when trying to actually commit to a chase if you ever have to with Scratchbeard, since you can't gain Bloodlust, and they're like 2% or at least 7% away from becoming as fast as you. I actually believe that Scratchbeard only moves at 105 when in tier 1, but that could be outdated information. And on top of that, even if you can reach them normally as a killer, your lunge is shorter, making it so if you get a team that's just looking for an easy win against you and not to have fun, you brought Scratchbeard for nothing. That will be fixed in the next update though, when the new alien pick where you just have to hit someone comes out and you move 5% faster for 10 seconds. That's going to be really good for Scratchbeard, and I look forward to it. But for now, we have Vanity. The other benefits of this build is everyone knows what to expect with Scratchbeard. Surprise jump scares, not really good at chase. Vanity Mirror, most people expect a Scratchbeard, but slightly faster and not as good as the stealth aspect. This changes everything up. It gives Third Seal some more love. You don't get completely nerfed if you have Resilient Manifest come up in the match, or if you get a really competent team that wants to just go through the gens and run the kill on match. Which happens with Scratchbeard also. Not everyone can be as fun as some of you guys want to be. Or me. What other lovely things can I talk about? How to actually the best strategies to do with this. Like I said, try to get as many hits with third seal at the beginning of the match. That way, when you actually do kick a gen, which if they are competent, they'll be working on gens while you start your first chase or get into it, and you'll get these two off pretty quickly. Now, the sad part about machine learning is that you can't just kick a gen while it's active and have the second kick be activated. No, you have to wait and do 2 kicks over again. That's why it's often rare to get machine learning active 5 times per match without help of perks like Deadlock or a gen regressing perk like Resilient Manifest. Not Resilient Manifest. Pain Res. Jesus. You tell how many times I've done these takes. As for other things to do, honestly, just try to have fun. If the survivors aren't too kind or aren't really happy with the results of the match and you're getting destroyed, oh well, there's next match. Bring a map. I haven't had to do so with my build yet, but it will definitely help. And just have fun out there in the fog. I hope this will be educational and maybe you can think of other nice combos to go with these picks as well, or new ones in general. Like, I'm really looking forward to the alien add-on. No, I mean perk. Jeez. That allows you to go faster while in Scratch Beer, or any other killer. You tell I need to take a little break from this. This will also be hopefully my first video, so any way I can improve it will probably be editing or just polish. But I just was hoping to get this out here. And I look forward to doing more of these. Hopefully without so many restarting recordings or so many parts of it. See you on the flip side.